Namaskar. Now let us see two more topics on diodes. The first topic is what is diode resistance. Here we are going to see how to define the resistance of a diode. Second topic is what is temperature dependence of diode. So we have to see how the characteristic of diode depends or varies according to the changes in the temperature. When we talk about the diode resistance, we have to consider two types of resistances. First one is static resistance and second is dynamic resistance. When we consider the ideal diode, it should offer zero resistance under the forward bias and infinite resistance under the reverse bias. But in practice, no diode can act as an ideal diode. That is, an actual diode does not behave as a perfect conductor when forward biased and as a perfect insulator when under reverse bias. So there are basically, we have to consider only two resistances. First one is DC resistance or static resistance and second one is AC or dynamic resistance. So I am taking pen here. So we have to consider only this one, DC or static resistance, and second is AC or dynamic resistance. Now consider this one, DC or static resistance. I am taking laser pointer here. So it is defined as the ratio of the voltage to the current. It is simple one, V upon I in the forward bias characteristics of the PN junction diode. So this DC or static resistance RF is defined under the forward bias condition and its formula is V upon I. Take any one point here in the on this characteristic forward bias characteristic, take this one point and then take the voltage reading and take the current value and find out the ratio. You will get the DC or static resistance. Now, dynamic resistance. So, dynamic or AC resistance is defined as the reciprocal of the slope of the volt ampere characteristics. So, whatever is the, we have seen the VI characteristic under forward bias condition. So, we have to take the reciprocal of the slope of the VI characteristic. So in the equation form, we can write down RF is equal to change in voltage upon resulting change in current. So it is equal to del V, that is V2 minus V1 upon I2 minus I1, del V upon del I. The dynamic resistance of the diode is mathematically determined as the inverse of the slope of the transconductance curve. Therefore, the equation for dynamic resistance is given as Rf is equal to eta Vt upon Id, where eta is the material constant, it is 1 for germanium and 2 for silicon. Vt is the volt equivalent of temperature, that is capital T upon 11600 upon diode current Id, forward diode current. The dynamic resistance is used in determining the voltage drop across the diode in the situation when the voltage source is sinusoidal signal with a DC offset. The next topic is temperature dependence of diode. We have already seen that the rise in temperature causes the breaking of some of the covalent bonds and there is an increase in the generation of electron hole pairs in semiconductors and therefore that increases the conductivity. The diode current increases with temperature as given by diode current equation. I equals to IO e raised to V upon eta Vt minus 1, where IO is the reverse saturation current, which is totally temperature dependent. Reverse saturation current doubles for every 10 degrees Celsius rise in temperature. If temperature is increased at a fixed voltage, the current I increases. To bring the current I back to its original value, the voltage V has to be reduced. It is found that the change in the voltage or reduction in the supply voltage with change in temperature should be 2.5 millivolt per degree Celsius rise in temperature in order to maintain the current I to a constant value. At room temperature, the value of barrier voltage or cut-in voltage is about 0.3 volt for germanium and 0.7 volt for silicon. The barrier voltage is temperature dependent and it decreases by 2 millivolt per degree Celsius for both germanium and silicon. This fact may be expressed in mathematical form, which is given by IO2. I will select pen here. So which is given by IO2 is equal to IO1 multiplied by 2 raised to T2 minus T1 upon 10. So where IO1 is the reverse saturation current at temperature T1 and IO2 is the reverse saturation current at temperature T2. So using this equation you can find out the reverse saturation current at different temperatures. Now the this diagram shows the VI characteristic with the change in temperature. Now here you can see the effect of increase in the temperature on the characteristic curve of PN junction diode. Uh, the germanium diode can be used up to maximum of 75 degrees Celsius and silicon diode up to a maximum value of 175 degrees Celsius. So you can say that silicon is less temperature dependent and germanium is more temperature dependent. Therefore, in all commercial applications, we prefer silicon as the semiconductor material over the germanium. So here one can see the forward characteristic at 25 degrees Celsius and at 75 degrees Celsius. So you can see that the cut-in voltage occurs very early when we increase the temperature from 25 degrees Celsius to the 75 degrees Celsius, and therefore there is a early cut-in of the junction occurs and there is a rapid increase in the current. So you can say that by increasing the temperature, the forward characteristic of the diode shifted to the left. Similarly, for the reverse characteristic, the curve shifts to the right from 25 degrees Celsius to 75 degrees Celsius. So here are the references. This presentation has been made under Creative Commons license by taking images from external resources. And we are thankful to the McGraw-Hill publication for giving us the resource material, and I have shared it here. So thank you very much. So dear students, here is the end of our presentation. Happy learning.